Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Joe from Black Male Talk. I'm actually going to skip all the introduction. I actually want to get into this talk. This is actually a much needed talk and dialogue that we need to actually have. And I said I wanted to do this, but I never knew the quite right opportunity to do it. But I believe now is a good time with all the controversy with Nike, right versus wrong, systematic, racism, Trump, Jesus, abortion, Gandhi, and Hitler and Russia. So what better time than to have all black people come together and talk from Black Conda than today on Black Male Talk? I encourage you, if you come into the video, please like, share, subscribe. If you don't, fuck you. We don't really give a shit because we're still winning anyway. So with no further ado, I would like to start off with our guest of honor today, Mr. City.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What is going on? What is going on?
Now, Mr. City, tell us about yourself. I feel like I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't.
Give me one.
Oh, what happened?
Yeah, man, he rolled out.
Like
Fate. Fate is what happened.
Fate is what happened. Oh, that's some fresh and shit. Hey, he's wasting our goddamn time. Like, do y'all want to go to the other thing that we have? But while we're waiting for him, this will be Saturday's talk for a lot of y'all to actually get to hear. I feel like a lot of y'all deserve this one.
Well, we don't have to talk about Saturday. What issue specifically did you want to start with? Did you want to start with the Nike thing? Did you want to start with Black Men Ain't Shit thing? Did you want to start with, I just threw that in there. What you want to say?
Let's start off with this right here. I feel like we can collab them all together. This right now.
Okay, he's back.
You're back. I'm so sorry. My wife was calling. I do apologize.
Oh, don't be blaming wifey. You see how y'all do?
Yeah, he can't control.
This is not the time, Jay. It's another talk.
Oh, my bad.
Another talk later.
I'm sorry. Proceed. I do apologize.
Tell us about her.
Jay was ready to jump down some ass right quick, like.
All right, City. So what is it about? Tell us about yourself. What's going on?
I'm just a black man here in America who is a conservative, who see things clearly different than most other blacks or lefties, for sure. You know, I believe in doing, not talking. I believe in, there's two type of people in this world: people who make moves, people who make excuses, and wherever you fall on the end of that, that spectrum, that it's just up to you. You know what I mean? So, like I said, that's just me. I know we spoke briefly before, well, this morning, but like I said, I just feel like black people in general just need more accountability. When situations do arise, whether it's police brutality, whether it's like you were saying before, systemic racism, black people don't want to face the truth. It's not fair. It really isn't. Okay, it's just not. And that's just my view, and I'm willing to not so much debate, but just have civil conversation with anyone who might disagree with that, for sure.
Okay. All right. So that's not bad. Okay. So one of the things you believe, and you said, and I'm just going to ask you, you believe that you spoke on black accountability, and I agree with you. We all agree on black accountability here. You want us to understand on Make America Great, or MAGA. What do you mean? Now, what do you mean by MAGA? And that you want America to make America great? Like, what part of America do you want to be great? And what is that? What is that to you?
Just black men in general. Okay, black men, us leading, us, because it holds a lot, right? The actual statement itself holds a lot. MAGA, make America great again. As in, let's take it back. Not so much into the slavery, not so much before civil rights, okay?
Oh, but that's what they want, though.
That is not factual. You can't prove that 100%.
Okay.
You can't. It's already been proven.
We'll get there, Boy Scout. We'll get there.
Let him. Mobile, let him.
But it's already been proven that black unemployment rates has been the lowest it's been in history since Trump has been.
But when you work two jobs, you still ain't making money. You're underemployed, not employed in general. But like I said, we'll get there, Boy Scout.
Okay.
What's with the Boy Scout, man? I thought always keeping it civil, man. Come on now. I'm not a Boy Scout.
We are.
I just see truth.
This is me civil.
I see logic.
Okay,
This is me civil.
okay.
No. You're speaking. No. That's
Maurice,
not,
let him finish. Let him finish.
Let
Maurice.
him
I'm gonna let him finish.
Let
I'm gonna let him finish. I'm not gonna Kanye him.
Okay, now the thing about it is, all right. So you said you wanted to take it back, not to back to where slavery is, but before Jim Crow or after Jim Crow.
It's after. Okay, clearly we got our rights. Okay, and we're not trying. They're not trying to enslave us. They're not trying to take Black people's rights away, of course. But us as a country, for us to strive. Okay, and that means Black people too. Okay, he did not say this is just for white people, or did he? If he did, please let me know. But like I said, it's us as a country.
Let him finish.
Let him finish, Jay.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna be good because I found an article from I have an article from Bloomberg, but go ahead, continue.
Feel free, ask your question.
No. Finish what you're saying. No. Finish what you're saying, please.
MAGA, like I said, it's just us. It's just us rising, okay, and becoming, like I said, more profitable. Less government. We don't need to rely on government. Black people, white people, everyone, okay. So that's what he means, and yes, I do fully support that. Right? I do. I literally do. So, like I said, I mean, if there's an argument against that, please tell me. Please.
What is your line? What is your line of work?
I'd rather not get into that. For sure.
Are you employed?
Oh, 100%. Yes, sir.
Why are you? What you do for a living?
Are you a government employee?
No, I am not. Dear God, no.
Okay, so you're not a government employee, but
no.
And listen, we're not gonna get it deep. But is it any type of? Is it part of any type of brand of justice or anything like that?
Yes.
Okay, so so you work. So you're in some type of law enforcement, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Now, I'm gonna start off with
teeth out for this.
I'm going to start out with Jay. Jay, you said you have some type of facts for him.
Yeah, this article, if you want to, I sent you the link if you want to post it below. Essentially, it's from Bloomberg. Bloomberg is a financial. For those of you that don't know what Bloomberg is a financial journal. So it's not liberal or anything or extra like that. It's a financial journal. So basically, what the article is saying, it is talking about the gap on the unemployment rate, as well as the overall unemployment rate has been shrinking. So yes, the Black unemployment rate is low because the unemployment rate is low overall, period. However, when Trump said that Black unemployment is low because of his policies, and I'm just quoting this, may seem a bit much, given that the rate has simply kept falling at about the same rate that it had been for the last 6 years before Trump was elected. Still, it has kept falling, which is important. Just as recessions have been worse for Blacks than everyone else, really long expansions appear to be comparatively better for Blacks. They bring people to the workforce that have been struggling to gain a foothold. Also, I want to add into which Momo actually was trying to touch on earlier. Yes, the unemployment rate is lower. However, wages are also lower. So there's that aspect as well. So go ahead.
Okay, so right now what we're actually looking at, and thank you for the information. As you can see, we're on Bloomberg, which is very, very towards information and economic base. So it's neither left or right. It is just economics. The unemployment population ratio among Black Americans and other groups still isn't setting any records. This was posted May 4th, 2008, 9:50 a.m. And as you can see, of course, you're going to take a picture. Unemployment rate among Black Americans fell to 6.6% in April, according to today's job report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the lowest such rate on record. Okay, the record in this case only goes back to 1972, and the overall unemployment rate available back to 1948 was lower in the 1960s and early 1950s than it is now. But the gap between the Black unemployment rate and the overall rate has been shrinking. So 6.6 may will be the lowest rate for the black people. However, now 6.6 is still an anomaly high unemployment rate compared to every other major racial and ethnic group in the U.S. The rate in April was 4.8 for Hispanics, 3.6 for whites, 2.7% for Asians. But hey, it's 6.6 for us. I guess.
And I want to say that the unemployment rate. I also want to say that when Trump was running for president, he said that the unemployment rate wasn't being calculated correctly. However, now that, and I can pull that up if you like, it take me a couple minutes to find it. Now, however, when he is president now,
this is the tweet. This is the tweet that he posted for this one, and I'm going off of that. He said, "Somebody please inform Jay-Z that because of my policies, black unemployment has been reported to be the lowest rate ever recorded." Now,
right, which is a lie based on what we just read. But I was just going to say, to add to, I was just wanted to say real quick, Joe, that the unemployment rate has been calculated the exact same from, when did we say this? 1972 to now. When Trump was running for president, he claimed that when Obama was making up some skewed numbers about the unemployment rate, and that simply was not true. So go ahead. I just wanted to add that in. Go ahead.
Let's, man of tomorrow.
Yeah, let's not be nice here. Listen, he's merely taking up credit for Obama's economy. Way better than Obama took credit for his economy during his time. If Donald Trump hasn't done nothing but tax cuts, if you have a Senate bill or a House bill that he has passed that has increased jobs specifically for black people, now's the time to tell us. Or it's all yours. What's the bill?
Okay. Let's stick with that. Okay. Now, I'm not going to sit here and speak on anything I don't know for sure, but it's what he stands for.
We're done.
It's not. No. We're not.
No, you just said you don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll admit that. Okay, I'll admit that. Okay, but what I'm saying is what he stands for. It's what he stands for. Less government assistance. Black people are forced to get. Yes. No. Yes, that's exactly what it means, though. That's exactly what it means.
Here's the deal.
Republicans, we want less government. Very little.
Okay.
Hold on, let him talk. MLT, let him talk.
Yeah.
Come on.
That might have to say a thing.
I mean, it's what he stands for. Like I said, his policies, just the whole Republican Party itself.
Name the policy.
We want less government. We want less government. Okay.
You want a little bit of government you can drown in the tub, right?
Mobile.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
No. Do you understand what the government was originally put here for? To protect our belongings and us. That's it. Not redistribution of goods. Okay, that's a socialist state. Okay, the government needs not to have that power.
Socialism is a good thing.
We have corporate socialism.
What? Socialism is evil.
Socialism is evil.
But we have corporate socialism.
Socialism is evil.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Please tell me.
Yeah, everybody hush. Let the man speak.
Please tell me how socialism is a good thing.
We have our school system for starters, but go ahead, continue.
The military.
That's socialism.
Medicaid,
Medicare, that's socialism.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
It's evil, 100%.
Are you kidding me? How is that?
Yes.
So the military is evil.
Wrong.
So the military is evil,
So
and the police are evil. So by default, that makes. Oh, okay.
To be a concern.
Never said that.
So how is healthcare for poor people evil?
Because
that's what you just said.
It's very evil. It's very evil.
How?
All right, so a good analogy. Okay, a good analogy, right? So
don't
would you be mad if I was to walk up to you, hit you, and take your money? Would you be upset?
That's not.
Don't do analogy. Explain.
Okay.
Don't do analogy.
Okay. Why is Medicaid
They take money.
evil?
They take money from people to give to others. Really, socialism is the redistribution of goods, right? So they tax me, the working man.
What's the definition of socialism for you?
The redistribution of goods. That's exactly what it is, right?
Okay.
They take from us. The working class, and feed to people who don't want to. Now, I feel like food stamps and welfare for sure should be to the truly needy.
How do you know truly needy?
Because you can't physically or mentally work. Physically or mentally. By a doctor, you cannot work.
Do you know I was on food stamps? Do you know I was on food stamps and Medicaid for 18 months while working full time after I got divorced? So explain to me again how that's evil. I'm just not.
I don't feel it's right. If you're physically or mentally, it's just. I mean, if you can physically. But if
I just said I was working 40 hours.
Wait.
It was wrong.
Let me give you the definition of socialism. A political and economic theory of social organization that advocates that the means of production, distribution, and exchange should be owned or regulated by the community as a whole.
But that's all it is, a redistribution of goods. You take the tax money and you give it instead of taxing us so high.
There's nothing in here that says tax money. It literally, I'm giving you the definition. It says a political and economic theory of socialism organization that advocates that the means of production, distribution, and exchange should be owned or regulated by the community.
But what are we talking about, though? Taxes.
The roads.
My money. Where my money's going? Where my money's going? We're talking about socialism. We're talking about food stamps. This is what we're talking about. What pays for that? Taxes.
Do you know how much of a percentage?
He only is mad when it helps people. He has nothing to say about corporate welfare. Not a goddamn thing. Every time it helps people, it's not good. It's evil. Every time it helps corporations,
can I ask you a question?
Mouth is shut like a motherfucker.
When it helps corporations, I'm all for it. I'm all for it when it helps corporations. Yes.
Go ahead, Jay.
Do you know the percentage that welfare and Medicaid and social services as a whole takes on the national budget in comparison to?
No,
it's a conservative. He don't have an answer to that question.
It's 10%. The military budget is 50%. It's 10% of the budget. We're fighting over 10% of the budget. You can look at it. You might want to look that one up for yourself.
He's not going to. He's a conservative.
I got a question. I got a question. Do you think? Okay, I got a question. What about people who get Social Security, live on Social Security?
Nope. I feel it's wrong. I'm sorry.
I got a question. So
get a job, retire, have a 401k. You damn right.
You pay into Social Security.
You pay into Social Security. You do know that, right?
Well, if you pay, okay, that's legit. Okay. But like I said, people.
So there's
you
people
pay into it.
Hold on, City. But you just spoke on that they should cut it. Which you do know that's what Donald Trump is doing to the same people who voted for him. He's cutting their Social Security.
I'm all for it. If you work for it, it's yours. Okay.
They did work for it.
If you work for it, and I'm not talking. No. I'm not talking about. Okay, look. Here's the thing. I believe in like a 401k, right? A retirement fund. Okay. Not using other people's tax dollars to fund you. No, I don't feel that's right. It's literally not right. It's actually evil. It's either you can punch me in the face and take it, or you can pickpocket me. Both is still theft.
Do you understand
and that's what socialism is?
Do you understand that comes out of your check every 2 weeks? That Social Security actually comes out of your check every 2 weeks.
Yeah, I just got a question.
Go ahead.
Social Security is insurance. You pay into it, you get something out of it. That's what Social Security is. Mm-hmm. Social Security isn't just free money from the government. They take money out of your check, they invest it, and when it's time for you to take it out, you get to take it out. Like, why is it that you don't know a damn thing about nothing that happens in this damn country, man? Like, how could you be walking around like this? Government evil. You should pay 100% tax. If you think that people in the government are evil, guess what? Hire better people so they can do a better job. Not filling with conservatives who want to destroy the fucking government.
There shouldn't be no government outside of protecting us. And
you can go to Pakistan tonight. They don't have a government either.
I got a question. You just said there shouldn't be no government, correct?
Outside of protecting us and our belongings. That's what their original
intent was
for.
Now, okay, now hold on now. When they say we the people in the Declaration, were they talking about the government or were they talking about the community?
The people, the community, not government.
Okay then. Okay, now hold up. Now they set up rules and laws to protect themselves. Okay. Now the same system that you said that people should not be able to benefit for, that they pay into, you saying that should be nobody should be able to get any money from that, correct? Then where would you have it go?
I'm not sure about Social Security, right? I'm very young. I'm a very young guy, but I have a 401k. That's what I literally have. That's where my money is sent.
Okay,
that's where my money is sent.
Right.
So I'm not even sure. I'm not sure.
So, City. So it's fair to say everybody on this panel has far more experience in life than you.
Yeah, I'm 26 years old. I'm a very young man.
Okay,
for sure.
okay. So you're speaking. So you're pretty much repeating what somebody told to you, then actually experiencing and actually have put into or paid into.
No, but I know what socialism is. I know how it's going to be the downfall of our economy.
That's not what I said.
I've done research.
Not what I said. I didn't say that. Did y'all understand what I just said? Did everybody understood what I just said?
Yes.
Yep.
It's very easy.
In other words, we have over 10 years and plus of life, job, family, work, insurance, social.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, by the time you get to where we're at, and I know I'm the youngest out of all of them, but I already get Social Security and SSDI because I'm a retired military veteran. I put in my time. I've been wounded in war. I done put in more time than you could ever done. But the thing about it was, I earned that. I run my own company. I believe in paying my taxes out of my company. I believe in it's those who are less fortunate, but I live on a stable income. There are some people who live on a stable income that they can barely afford medication, but it's going up. Would you tell me that because that should be cut off and hacked off because, hey, that's not fair that everybody should be paying into that when those people have worked 20 plus years and that they're being told that their health insurance might be getting cut?
Yes, I still feel it's unfair. That's not going to change my mind. It's still socialism. Socialism is evil. You're damn right.
Okay, now
Josiah, I just sent you a link as far as what the federal budget.
I see you sending me a lot of stuff, but it's like, and this is nothing to City, but you're not going to be able to swim in the waters of where we're going to go if I even use Jay's information because your experience is off of what you see and what people tell you. How long have you been a black conservative?
And I was going to say, unless you have some other...
How long have you been a black conservative?
For the last 4 years.
4 years.
Unless you have some other information to back up what we're saying, by all means, share it. But we need actual factual information and not from Fox News, not from Alex Jones. We need actual facts and figures.
Oh, so you want the left-leaning. You want CNN.
No,
you want MSNBC.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
She didn't say that. She said, show, like you see how when Jay talked about the economic system, she showed the information. When MOT was talking about the jobs, he said, show your information, but he gave verbatim information.
I showed you from Bloomberg. Bloomberg is...
We need you to actually be able to pick and show us. Let's go on to something else, okay? You said...
We can't just brush past socialism like that. It's we can't do that. That is wrong.
You can't even.
We can until you get more. You need to get some more facts.
You need to come back. We can go past that round because you can't even.
But like I said, it still is facts. It's wrong.
It's from where?
City.
If I gotta pay for someone else,
produce some facts for us.
No, we're just gonna say logic, right? If I have to pay for somebody else, okay, it's wrong. It's wrong. Go get a job. Go get a job.
City. Here's the thing about it. How long have you been working?
I've been working since I was 17. So the last 9 years.
Okay,
and it's still not going to change.
Let's look at this. Let me tell you this. In 9 years, right? You know how much money you would actually be able to pull out if you went on SSI, really, technically? Your amount would only be close to $10,000. Do you think $10,000 is going to last you that long?
No, I don't. I'm not looking for SSI. I literally have a retirement fund.
But
I'm not looking for that.
What happens if that company What if that company goes under? What if that fund goes under that you have?
If I have to.
Have you heard of
I'm not going to expect nothing. I'm not going to expect over. If I got to, it does not matter.
Have you heard of a company called Enron? Have you ever heard of that company?
No, I have not.
Okay, you know what? Then we can't. Oh my God, you need to look up Enron. In a nutshell, let me explain to you what happened.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to rely on the government.
Exist as a conservative in our society.
Let me explain to you. Let me explain to you. Wait a minute, Josiah.
You're pathetic. Don't fucking call me pathetic. Come on now.
No.
You're pathetic. You're relying on the government. You're relying on someone. You're relying on someone else to take care of you. I am not. That's a difference.
Let me break down.
Nice try.
Hold on.
Nice try. I don't want no type of government assistance. Whether that's Social Security, food stamps, welfare, anybody who do that, a man can't say I rely on that. A man can't say, I'm a real man, okay? A real man. Not a male, not a male. You're damn right.
I just want to touch on what Enron is, since you don't have any idea what Enron is. Enron was a gas and petroleum, I believe it was a gas and petroleum company. They were around for years and years and years and years and years. People built their lives on Enron. They stayed, there were people that were working for this company for 25 years, 20, 30 plus, however many years. And they put their whole lives into a 401k plan, because with the expectation, what you have, you expect that when you retire, that this money is going to be there. And that's what these people did. And basically, long story short, and like I said, you might want to jot this down and look it up. Basically, what happened was, long story short, the CEO is in prison now, I think. Yeah. The company went under. Everyone's 401ks went under. So these people that worked for a company for 30 years now have no money.
Okay.
So I guess you're saying they shouldn't. So if you're 50 years old, you're telling someone that's 50 years old that worked their whole life to just start over.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way.
You was issued a bad hand, but I'm not going to look to anybody else to take care of me.
But do you know how many times that's happened?
That's going to be our difference. That's going to be our difference.
Do you know who Bernie Madoff is? This isn't just this happens a lot. Have you heard of Bernie Madoff?
This does happen quite often.
No.
You need to look up Bernie Madoff. You need to look up Enron. I'm not saying Social Security is perfect. I'm not saying that the government assistance programs or whatever are perfect. However, 401k is not the end all be all. It's not.
Let's talk about something. Let's move on to something else.
Okay.
Let's get on to something else. Okay. Let's go to the justice system for our community right now. Do you think that it is fair and balanced, or does it need work? I would ask you, City.
I believe it's fair and balanced. Okay, there are good
for black people.
Look, there are good people and there are bad people. You can't prove that there's a system against black people, whether it's in law enforcement. Okay, I'm not talking about individuals. A bad cop doing a bad job. That's not what we're talking about. No, we are treated equal. Okay. Like I said, like when it comes to the whole, the shooting of black guys, right? The reason there's such an outburst because those was being put on the news when it's statistically proven that more white people are shot than black people.
Did you show us that statistic? Did you show us that statistic?
I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that up on the phone. Okay, like I'm on the phone.
Easy. You close the screen out and you go to Google. It's not that hard.
Go to Google.
Yeah. Now I got a question. So if that many cops are shooting white people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why are they just going up and shooting white people? Would that not mean they're getting into conflict or some kind of altercation with the police?
I'm sorry. Reword your question. I didn't hear you.
If that many white people are being shot by the police just every day now, would that mean that they're getting into altercation or some kind of issue with the police?
Yeah. Sometimes, whether it's from a traffic stop, whether it's from anything that happened, nobody's saying, that literally every one of these killings are justified or not justified, right? But the fact still remains, like I said, the reason black people are so much in an uproar because that's what they see. That's what they see. That's what's on the news, right? And they find it wrong. They think that, like I said, that black people are being targeted when clearly more white people get shot than black people yearly.
Now I got a question. So if Colin Kaepernick took a knee and said that there are problems and injustices with the system and it's unfair, do you feel like, hey, he's wrong for saying that if that many white people are being shot?
Yeah, he's very wrong. He's like I said, he's kneeling for black inequality. This whole racist system that's against us, that's not there. You know what I mean? It's just not.
How do you know? You just said that white people are being shot by cops.
Yes. Like I said, how can you call it black equality when there's clearly more white people being shot by?
Hold on. Now listen, like he's speaking for the black perspective, but if it's also been brought out that there is a white perspective being shot also, wouldn't they be getting behind Colin Kaepernick saying, "Hey, we're being shot too. We need to change the laws." He is right. There are injustices with the law. The law is fucked up. Wouldn't that make sense?
But it's not about that though. It's about he put that race, the word black
Because he is a
inequality.
black man. He's speaking for black people, but
why would a white person get behind him and say, yeah, we're getting shot too? That's not his cause. He's not talking about white people.
Well, hold on. Didn't white people get behind Martin Luther King and Malcolm X when they were talking about civil rights?
Mm-hmm.
Wait. But Jim Crow wasn't bothering white people. So why would they get behind them?
Yearly. I'm sorry. What's your question about Jim Crow?
That wasn't. Anybody else want to say something? Mobile, you want to say something?
No, I'm looking up these facts. I'm trying to do this shit on my phone, man. About how many
you want to say something? Did anybody understand what I was saying or getting at right there?
Do you know what Jim Crow is?
Yes, I know the law. Yes.
Okay. Do you understand what happened in Alabama and other southern states in the 60s, namely the 60s with 50, even prior to that?
Okay.
Do you understand what happened?
What exactly? I mean, segregation. What are we talking about? Yes.
Just downright racism. So you mean to tell me, so basically Jim Crow was abolished and then everything was okay since then? Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, it's gotten worse for us as black people.
But you just said that the cops treat everyone equally though.
Oh, I'm not saying about what the cops. No, I'm saying us as a race, we've become worse. Black men don't want to take care of their kids. More of us is on government assistance, not as in white people. Okay, I'm talking about since then.
Do you have the facts to back up that more of us are on government assistance?
If you let me finish, I didn't say there's more of us on government assistance. I'm saying from then to now. Okay, so
I understand what you said. Do you have that to back it up? Because I understand completely what you said, sir.
Okay, so we're going to say, you honestly believe that less black people are on government assistance now than during the civil rights, right after the civil rights movement?
Well, I didn't say what I believe. I just wanted you to back it up. I didn't tell you what I believe. It sounds like you're making a bunch of gross assumptions and you can't back anything up. That seems to be, that's the issue with me. I am highly analytical. I am highly intelligent, and I really need some decent facts to back up the stuff that you're saying in order to have a decent conversation with you. I'm willing to come to the table with you. I am okay with someone thinking different than me. But if you cannot back up the shit that you're talking, I talk shit, but I back it up every single day of the week.
Well,
Joe knows that.
Statistically proven before. But during the Jim Crow laws, no black people was on government assistance. But after civil rights, they're now taking advantage of government assistance. Yes or no? Is that fair to say?
Government assistance is more widely available as a whole now, in general, not just towards black people, but just as a whole.
But this is what we're talking about. We're talking about black people. We're not talking about other races. We're talking about black people right now.
But in order for this specific statistic, you have to bring up other races. It wasn't just a bunch of black people jumping on welfare.
I'm not saying that there's more black people on welfare assistance than white people. That's literally impossible.
I know.
We only make up 13% of the United States population. Okay, there are more white people. I'm saying there's more black people on it today than there was back then. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, can you?
Because it wasn't available back then to us.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's not it wasn't available to us. Period. That period.
Yeah, when Social Security first came out, we could not qualify for that. That was for worker white people only. So if you were to say there was less black people on it, you're right, because we didn't qualify for it. That doesn't by default make you right about anything that you're talking about.
You got it, bro. You got it, man.
All right, well, I have another question for you specifically.
Sure.
Do you think the criminal justice system reflects Southern conservatism or liberalism from like New York City? The way our criminal justice system operates.
I don't understand that question. So what do you mean? You think liberals run the justice system or conservatives run it?
Yes.
I mean, what's the question?
Do you think liberals run the justice system or do you think conservatives run the justice system?
I honestly don't know. I know they put bad people in jail, whoever they are. I mean, what is your answer? Please enlighten me.
Very conservative, very white, like the party that you're part of.
Oh, so conservative means white. That's what it is. It's not an ideology. It's a race now. Is that what you're trying to? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I'm telling you, if you go to small town America, they wouldn't be fucking with you like that. As much as you associate yourself with those type of people, they don't associate themselves with you like that.
Prove that, please.
The only reason why you can exist
please tell me that conservatives, all conservatives are racist, is what you're saying.
Everything.
They're white and they're white and racist.
Always on us to help you understand your own society, which you deliberately do not know a goddamn thing about.
I just want to say real quick, just a quick statistic that between, let's see, when was this? Bill Clinton had passed the Welfare to Work Act. I lost the date, but long story short, essentially 60%, there are 60% less people on social services benefits now than there were 20 years ago. I'll forward that so you can put it in below. But basically, the overall welfare rolls is a 60% drop overall. Employment rolls rose, and the child poverty rate was reduced. So these reforms has seemed to work. So, like I said, basically, it reduced poverty overall. But go ahead, continue.
All right, I have another question for him.
But can I answer a question first? Okay, ask a question.
Go ahead.
You can't you just ain't gonna be able to brush that under the rug that all conservatives that they're white. Conservatives mean white, and they're not for my kind, black people. When literally
they're not.
I mean, they're not.
When was the last time a conservative said anything about criminal injustice?
I mean, when there's proof. Now, when there's proof that there's an injustice, yes, they do speak up. Yes, we do speak up. That's the point. We use logic, not emotion, right? That's the point.
Well, where was the politician? Do you have tape of that? A white conservative politician on a national level coming out and saying pretty much in any specific circumstance on a police shooting that was wrong. Do you have that?
Not on the national level for sure, but there's plenty of people well-respected people, the Ben Shapiro's, the Steven Crowders, the Jesse Lee Petersons, people with national syndicated radios who are conservative, both black and white, who speak out against it. Okay, but like I said, I can't recount it.
So the people who cast a vote don't say it. We got to depend on pundits to talk about it.
Look, I can't control nobody else's actions, right? But I'm sure the fuck ain't about to say, okay, I'm sure the hell not about to say that conservatives are white and they don't like black people. They're not for black people. But that's literally what you just assumed.
Nah,
you said they're not for you. I'm a black man. You said they're not for me.
They're not.
What proof is that? I mean, what proof is that?
I'm a black conservative too, but I'm not black conservative to the point to where I'm gonna forget all about the stuff that they've been doing in the past. I mean, I can't be no white conservative like that.
A white conservative
acting like racism don't exist, acting like police profiling don't exist. I can't go that far. I don't get paid for that.
Why are we keep bringing race into it? Why are we bring that? Like literally, what you're saying is oppression to black people. You're oppressing black people. Your message is literally oppression. It's what it is. Yes, I don't believe there's racism. I believe there's good and bad people. There's not systemic racism. There's nothing holding us down there's no system holding black people down. And for you to believe that, that's just oppression. For you to teach that, you're oppressing black people. There's no white supremacy. There's no system where they're behind the scenes. Like, how can we keep black people down
in the country?
You said what?
So you're saying that we get equal protection under the law everywhere in the country? That's what you're saying?
I'm not saying that, okay? But there is no systemic racism because there's good people and bad people, like I said. When you see those unjust students, they're wrong.
They're just good people and bad people. They just happen to be in government.
I just don't believe in racism. I don't. For me to believe in racism, for me to believe that somebody...
People. They're not racist.
They're just bad people.
They're just bad people.
They're just bad people. You're damn right. They're just bad people.
Why are they in government?
I have another question. Do you feel that representation matters?
Yes, 100%. But like I said, what is racism, right? Racism is, like I said, to believe someone's inferior to you due to the color of their skin. There's no system There's no system that's out there that pushes that.
Actually, I just pulled up another. I just pulled up another article, and it is very real. I can also post
no, we're not talking about individual cases. I'm talking about a system. Okay, I'm not talking about somebody's opinion. I'm not talking about somebody's opinion.
It's not an opinion. It's not an opinion. It's an actual study that systematic racism does exist. There's an actual study, and I'll send that so Joe can put it in the
box hear me? Below. Can y'all hear me right now?
I can hear you now.
I can hear you.
Okay, now here you go. I wanted to do this because I feel like sometimes we just need to go look at the facts of how our country is evolving right now for Black America and everybody else. All right? Hope y'all don't mind. This is by the FBI statistics. Okay? Hope y'all don't mind. The FBI statistics total. All right? This is how many people are here. Let us go from white to Black to American to Asian to Native American. Even the Hispanics are over here. Yes, they are all the way over here. Hang on. I can see correct. I just want to make sure. Yeah, there we go. I had to take care of that. There we go. Now, what I wanted to show y'all is murder and negligent. Okay, murder and illegitimate manslaughter. Okay. 3,000, that's white. 4,079, that's Black. So that's murder. We're doing pretty bad with that. All right, let's go to rape. White people like to rape people a lot. Black people, we only did 4,200. Hispanics, the Latinos, they are only doing. Let me click over here. Let me try to get that right. The Latino community, I don't know why I can't get it to go over. I do apologize. Let me actually just handle the Black and white. But the Latino community, they don't even come up too much on the radar. Robbery, that's 32. Blacks, 44. Okay. We look at aggravated assault, 183,000. I think we know why they're shooting them. 98,000 is Blacks. Burglary is 136,000. 61 is Blacks. Larceny and theft, white people. Black people, we do at least about 284,000. Motor vehicle theft, white people have 34,000. Black people only have 15,000. That's half. Arson, 6,000. Black people, 1,900. Violent crime. Who do you think has the most?
Black people.
Huh?
Black people.
Black people?
Yeah.
Well, white people have 228,000. Black people only have 151,000.
Okay.
Yeah. I know. Property crime, white people 855,000. Black people only 363,000. Other assaults, 573,000. Black people only have 283. Forgery and counterfeit, that's white people. Fraud, that's them, and they do that big time.
We know that's all white people.
They do that big time. We ain't nobody came close to them. Property stolen, well, we already know they took that race. Vandalism, they won that 113,000. Antifa and other factions that they have going. Weapon carrying and possession, who do you think has that? Black people? No, that's white people.
Nah.
That's white people. 65,000. Mind you, this is the FBI that did this one.
Okay.
Since you're a Leo, I'm sorry, Joe.
Prostitution, that's they have the highest. I'm only going to tell who's the highest one. Sex offense, except rape and prostitution. Well, white people won that one. Drug abuse and violation.
White people
won that one.
That's white people for sure.
Okay, that's white people for sure.
Weed is
Gambling, Black people, we won that one. Those damn educated lotteries. That I wonder who puts that in our community. But we do take it for let the Hajis and them selling our shit. Offense against the family and children. Surprisingly,
white people.
Yeah, they got that shit down pat.
We ain't doing nothing to our mama. Come on now, white people kill their whole family.
Driving under the influence, 766,000. You can go look at all the other statistics. Nobody gets close to them. Liquor laws, they got that down pat. 222,000. Drunkenness, that's them again. Disorderly conduct, that's them again. Vagrancy, that's them. All other offenses except traffic, they do 1,741,000. Suspicion. Who do you think has that? Is that black people?
Black people.
No, white people.
No.
White people have that. Yep.
But there's a system against us, though. Remember.
You think the people who do the highest number, they would be watching them more? You think they would be watching them more?
I have a question. From the chat.
Can we take one stat, right? Can we take one stat into accountability with all those stats, right? Black people only make up 13%.
Thousands over us and everybody else.
But I say, but black people only make up 13% of the United States population, though.
Yeah, but they rape and do a lot of stuff. I noticed that
it's more of them.
We only talk about the murder part, but we don't talk about all the other shit that goes on, from the school shootings to the, shooting up concerts and shit, to the, burning of people's property and vandalizing and rioting. I mean, if you're going to only go, if murder is the worst thing that we've been doing as of now, then who do we learn it from the best in this country?
Right. I have another question.
You might want to start using that statistic.
Do you think that the gun law? Well, actually, I want to start out by saying first and foremost, are you familiar with stop and frisk in New York City?
No, not New York City. I know about it.
I understand you're not in New York City. I understand you're not in New York City, but that's a pretty controversial thing.
I understand the procedure, yes.
So you think it's fair that a black guy standing somewhere on the sidewalk minding his business, it's fair for him to just get patted down?
Is that sidewalk placed inside of a high crime rate area?
It's just on the city street. Doesn't matter where.
But it does. It kind of does. If this area is reported, yes, it does.
It's a violation of constitutional rights, dude. It doesn't matter where it is.
It's a public sidewalk that was brought to you by socialism.
That's being biased. You do know that's actually wrong for all.
They actually made it unconstitutional. Right. They actually made it unconstitutional because it was biased. Last I checked, standing on a city sidewalk isn't illegal. I used to live in a quote unquote questionable neighborhood. I have the right to stand on the sidewalk if I was waiting for a ride or waiting for my daughter or something like that. I would stand on the sidewalk. It's a high crime area. That doesn't mean does that mean I can't stand on the sidewalk?
No one's saying that, okay? So
but
take all the facts, right? What could have happened? Was he a suspect? Did he look like a suspect? Did somebody call and report him like this guy? Someone clearly who committed listen to what I'm saying though. Let me finish. Someone who was called on for committing a crime and they gave a description. You know what I mean? You never
Every
know.
black man.
Was it just a regular cop just running down the street?
Backpack. Wait, that's most of New York.
Right.
What I'm saying is, was he called on? Was the guy called on and the cops pulled up?
No, that's not stop and frisk. Stop and frisk is if the cops were. I'll tell you. Case in point. Case in point. There were a few times. The guy that I was with at the time, he is a tall, bald-headed black guy. He fits he's about 6'2", bald head, medium toned skin. That's about half of black men in America. He fits the description. And if I sent him downstairs to go wait for my daughter when my ex-husband was dropping her off, unfortunately, I lived in a bad neighborhood for a period of time due to financial reasons. Okay. And so that is a quote unquote high crime area. He was standing on the sidewalk waiting for my daughter. That would mean the police had the right to come up to him and frisk him, because that's exactly what stop and frisk is. He's standing on the sidewalk minding, but that's what it is. That's what we're telling you. That's exactly what it is.
Okay, how I feel about this type of situation. Y'all find it unconstitutionalized. I'm a constitutionalist. Okay. But like I said, if this is a high crime rate area, okay, if it's high crime rate, I personally do not believe it's wrong. No, how you supposed to get criminals off the street? You know what I mean? If they're not called
profiling, you're okay.
I'm all for cleaning our streets up. You're damn right. I'm all for that. Yup.
Wow.
Now, if you stop and frisk, great. Now. Here's the thing, right? If you stop and frisk and don't find anything, you know what I mean? You're clean. You're able to go.
But that's irrelevant.
You just violated a constitutional right because you didn't have a reason.
You know nothing about the Constitution.
I understand that. I do though. I understand that. But I'm all for. I got a question. I'm all for cleaning our streets up, regardless.
Hold on. Wait.
Regardless, bro. I am all for cleaning our fucking streets up. I'm all for it. That's like when we literally talked about it last night. You said that black people were being set up
on this show. Today on this show, I told you it's a different ball game. You're actually,
but it's still the same thing, right? Black people being profiled. This is what we're talking about.
Okay.
You basically said it's okay for black people to be profiled.
It's okay. You said it's okay as long as they catch the criminal.
Right, exactly.
As long as they catch a criminal, you damn right. You damn right. If you have weed,
so it doesn't matter.
If you have a gun, I don't care. If you have a gun, and they're supposed to have it. It's not registered. You damn right. Yes.
But hold on. You know how many black people
you know
how many black people that they stopped in New York and they found out they didn't have anything on them?
Okay. Well, I mean, they're clean. Let them go on about their merry way.
But guess what? They went to jail. They still took.
Well, that's wrong. That is wrong. 100%. If they didn't commit a crime, that is wrong.
That's what Colin Kaepernick was talking about.
That is wrong. That is fucking wrong.
But you were fine with profiling not too long ago.
Like 30 seconds ago.
I'm all for. I'm like I said. I'm literally all for. Like I said, cleaning our streets up, straight like that.
So the guy that I'm speaking, the guy that fits the description, basically, who's between a black male between 4'11" to 6'7", 90 pounds to 350 pounds, fits his description. He's standing out there waiting for his child to be dropped off. It's okay for him to get patted down just because he's standing in a high crime area. Got it.
Yes, I'm for that.
Wow.
Yep.
The thing about it, I got no. Listen, man. From one conservative to another. I asked you if you're going to.
Oh damn! He hung up. I guess he couldn't take the heat. What happened?
No, what happened, Jay, was this. What happened was this, Jay, and I told him last night because he was talking some good stuff, and I said this. This is something I want to tell people, and I told this to any of y'all. This is something I told y'all. I told you Negroes. Y'all thought I was fucking around. You come on Black Male Talk. Make sure you have the facts. Make sure you have the facts. I told y'all niggas. Y'all say a lot of stupid shit on Facebook and different other stuff, and y'all say yes. But you don't understand how the rules and the laws and the Constitution work.
That's how you get to be a conservative.
And the thing about it is, The thing about it is this. The reason why I can sit down at the table with, and some people say, Joe, you sure you a black Republican? I know what I am. I know I'm a conservative. But I don't say stupid shit like that, brother will ever say. Because he don't even know what the fuck he's saying. He don't know what he's saying. He just not long ago, and y'all tell me if I was saying anything crazy. I actually shut up. Mobile, you did a good job. I know you held your tongue. But when a brother doesn't know shit about stop and frisk, he doesn't know about how people have lost their 4K plan. He doesn't know that most of the laws that just now were allowed to us. Well, black people, we had it pretty good back in the day. When, nigga? When?
What year was that?
When I was getting hit by a billy club, or when my woman was getting raped, or probably when I was getting paid less than anybody else, but I was more qualified than anybody. You tell me.
We didn't get a chance to get to that part. Damn.
We didn't get a chance because honestly, I told y'all when it first started out, he was not going to be able to swim with us. See, that's something I tell a lot of y'all people when y'all start getting on, when y'all want to come on. I told y'all about Black Male Talk. This is why a lot of y'all don't want to come on my channel. Because one thing that we do definitely really good on here, we don't battle with emotion. We battle with facts. See, y'all people like to bring up the murder per capita for black people. But see, all that other shit from rape, larceny, violent crimes, you'll say white people been getting shot by the police, but when you look at the statistics, you're like, damn, no wonder why you're getting shot. You're doing the majority of the crimes. But you'll say that little small margin of black people, those Spartans are going around raping and pillaging women and children. But I'm trying to say, but you'll tell somebody giving them narrative. And I was going to do the show about the politician who's trying to run, who says, I want to be your nigger. And I showed that to Mobile and Jay. Did I not show that to y'all?
Yes.
He said that right there on national TV, not even a frown or nothing. He just said with a smile. You see, that's the problem I try to tell a lot of y'all. Don't get behind politics if you don't know what the fuck you're getting behind. I got nothing. I got no beef against any liberals or Republicans, but I got beef with somebody who don't know what the fuck they talking about. That's when you're just looking stupid. If you're gonna call out a policy, know what the fucking policy is. This kid ain't old enough to even fucking buy stock in toilet paper.
And like I always say, Joe and I disagree a lot. But at the same time, I always come to the table with, as you saw, I always come to the table with facts and figures every time. So we could disagree all day, every day. But I'm going to bring up those statistics to back, like I said to old boy, I talk shit and I back it up every time. Listen, and that's why I'm still here.
Listen, y'all can't, listen, anybody, y'all can watch this film again, time and time again. I encourage you to bring any of your friends on here. I don't want you to think that anybody jumped him. Because he was asking questions, they were answering it. They asked him questions, he couldn't answer them. He said, I don't know that. I don't know that one. I don't know that one. I don't know that one. But see, that's the thing about it. When you're trained to think a certain type of way, it goes against your programming, but you're not trained to think outside the box. And see, that's the problem with a lot of black people. This is why I tell y'all like those people who just go to church and you'll just sit there and whatever the preacher tell you, he can say, set your ass on fire. You can say, oh, well, okay, in the name of Jesus.
I meant to ask him if he was a Christian. Do you know if he was a church-going Christian, a hardcore Christian?
Well, he said he was against abortion. Abortion is murder. And I want y'all to understand this. I want y'all to understand
I'm glad we didn't get there with him. I would have deaded him.
No, one time in that discussion did he talk about holding corporations responsible for anything. Now, one time in that discussion did he talk about it's okay for Verizon Wireless to not pay taxes because they don't.
Right. Even when I started talking about Enron, like he had no issue with Enron stealing them people's money after 30 years.
Because he's a corporate sellout. He's not an American citizen. This dude, anything for people, he is against. Anything for corporation, he is for. He has this total blind spot.
I want y'all to understand. I want y'all to understand it. And y'all can get mad. Y'all can come at us as much as y'all want. I really don't give a shit. This is why people fuck with us and watch us. Because we tell the facts. We don't get emotional in this. Y'all don't understand. Doug, I know you saying we game bang the dude. But here's the thing about it.
Yeah, you did.
Here's the thing
all
about
I did was come with facts and figures. That's all I did.
Here's the thing about it. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you how this all started. My associate woke me up and said, Joe, talk to this guy. Now, the same stuff that he was jabbing and he was talking about, I said, listen, you can come on the show, but know this. Everybody on the show is trained to dialogue and debate and search and grow research. He had
Joe be putting that whip on me. He be whipping me into shit.
He had 5 to 10 hours. Listen, you know how much time my people had to actually get their information together? 30 minutes.
Actually, I had less than that because I didn't answer the phone.
30 minutes. And I just called Jay and she just jumped straight on. Mobile only had 30 minutes. Man, tomorrow only had 30 minutes. But the thing about it is this, and this is why I try to tell y'all, I got nothing. Listen, I'm a Republican, but I'm not no fucking goddamn sheep. You can't talk about no policy if you don't know what the fuck they are. You can't talk about no doggone rights and you don't even know what's going on. How are you going to say, well, what they did, white people shouldn't get behind Colin Kaepernick, but white people were right behind Martin Luther King, and he was talking about injustices that were going on. Those white people back in the day weren't getting injustice. They weren't being wronged, but they marched with him. If that's the case, then why are people getting so offended by what one man says? He's not even in the league anymore. So why are you offended? Most of y'all motherfuckers aren't even veterans and y'all offended. I'm a veteran and I'm not offended by him. This dude who came on the show, he is law enforcement and he got pissed off by what we're saying.
And that's really scary because if he's law enforcement, that means I have the feeling that he's treating people unfairly, and that's very sad.
And that's why he's there.
Yep.
Because we don't have a system that screens out those people. We should have a system. If you're that fucking stupid, if you even attempt to be a cop, you should go to prison for the rest of your life with that dumbass ideology. Because the only thing you're going to do is practice unconstitutional things against people. And we can't have that, man. We can't have people who don't know the basics about law doing law. But it seems that we're 100% okay because we don't want these people to get fired when they do things wrong. Dude, they have the training. It's just who they apply the training on. I said just replace the cops with military police, or else, put them under the uniform code of military justice. Have them report to a military installation. Have them go talk to a Navy SEAL commander about how scared they was that they wanted to commit a felony. It's just that we have lost control over discourse because emotional testimony mixed with people's ignorance can really mess up somebody's life. And they're protected under the law. It's just wild, man.
I want to say this. For those of y'all who don't understand how the system works, I've been fighting for this country for almost a good 8 to 10 years. If y'all believe that this system is so corrupt, stop shopping at Walmart. Stop shopping at Target. Any major corporation, store, business, don't shop there no more. Because they all play the big game.
Right.
Any type of name brand shoe, don't put it on. Anything that is not, that comes from another country, don't wear it. Anything that is electronic, that gets made by little sweaty Asian hand or Indian hands, don't use it. You see, a lot of y'all talk a good game, but you truly don't understand the mechanics of how a lot of this shit works. And because of that, you'll walk into the furnace and you'll keep burning yourself. And it's okay. That's why we're here for Black Male Talk. Jay, she's a Black woman. She's a feminist. And I still respect her. MOT, he's his own operator. He owns his own business. He's a proud veteran. So is Mobile. Mobile is a hardworking, blue-collar worker. Me, I'm a disabled veteran. I own my own company. I run 3 networks. Also, I write for Conservative Talk Radio. Y'all can't fuck with us because we do this. And if you don't like what we're saying, unsubscribe. Do know that this channel is already at 265 subscribers. I told y'all this channel right here is unfiltered. There is no censorship to this channel. If you're going to talk some stuff, preach your gospel. Please.
I'm sorry, Joe, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I have to. I'm sorry.
You know, but Jay, you know, honestly, how many times people keep on throwing us crazy shit? I literally had a dude tell me that I'm not going to wear anything made by slavery. I said,
no, hold on. Doug just said we could bring down this whole country if we boycott Newports and Black and Milds.
Boy, actually, that actually would that would destroy the job market. And we honestly, like, he's calling me right now, which I find that bullshit. You're calling me during my show. I'm not answering that. I'll talk to him after my show. But I'm saying I would respect him more as a man. If you don't know what you're talking about and you say, hey, I don't know what I'm talking about, which he openly did say, and I said, I respect you for that. But don't go off of feelings if you can't pull up information. Don't. This is why y'all keep saying, don't think because somebody's on the other side of the fence, they don't know what they're talking about. I'm done. I'm done for tonight. We ain't gonna beat on no bush. I'm gonna sit.
I just want to say how fine Man of Tomorrow is looking in his fit right now.
You're looking damn good, man. You damn sure looking good. Man of Tomorrow, tell us about the Black Men's Congregation.
Over there looking like daddy.
Like, tell us about the Black Men's Congregation and tell them how we can help brothers such as Mr. City and others help them with their lives. Please. Tell us about the Black Men's Congregation.
Join the Black Men's Congregation between 12 and 1 Eastern Time. We have a Facebook group called Black Men's Congregation, Men Only. So that way you can ask your questions, or most people just private message me their questions so that way I can be able to answer them. Try to help them out because, there's a lot of people on YouTube who talk a lot of crazy stuff, and there really isn't any pushback. And we just try to be that voice in the darkness to try to get you up out of these situations, so that way you can start operating like other people and stop trying to operate in that group mindset where that stuff's not working for them. So.
Mm-hmm. And he does. I mean, MOT has been doing his job out there on Black Men's Congregation. We are at 100% full capacity. We're over we're close to 300 viewers now. Our subscribers are steady, consistent. We do 20-minute shows. Women, if you want to listen to our show, you're more than welcome to listen to our YouTube channel. So you can go ahead and listen to it also. We're mainly talking to men on how they can get themselves together. Just like that brother said, hey, he wants black men to get it together. And I'm like, hey, we're all for that. Again, we can have common ground, but first you got to know the ground that you stand on before you try to tell other people, hey, meet me halfway. Well, what ground do you stand on? What's your affirmative beliefs? What are you based on? What facts and knowledge have you acquired and learned? If you don't even understand how Social Security works, or how the government works, or how any type of damn system down to Medicaid works, how can you talk about helping and healing people? Think about that, man. All right, guys, we got to go. This is the panel. Lady J, Man of Tomorrow, Mobile.
Goodbye, Jay. Oh, wait, that was too soon. Goodbye, Jay.
You see what I'm saying? Goddamn, you Man of Tomorrow done fucking you up, but you can't help take your eyes off it. You know, fucking you up. Jay don't even know what to say. She's like, I got to behave. All right, y'all, we got to go. We thank y'all later. Please, if y'all on the East Coast, be careful. There's a storm coming over here.
There's a storm brewing.
So all y'all get ready. Please, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Please like the video, share the video, and please keep on continuing watching Black Male Talk. Tomorrow we're going to be going over a politician who likes dropping the N-bomb a lot.
I'll be your nigga.
Yes, that is our slogan for tomorrow. I'll be your nigga.
With a hard R, not nigga. It was nigga.
That's that. We can't make this up. Tomorrow's gonna be an excellent show. We'll see y'all guys. We'll see y'all guys tomorrow. This is Joe from Black Male Talk. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
I love you guys.